and welcome to Power Rankings. I'm your host, Jessica Kinney, and I give you the rundown on how power shifts from week to week on Game of Thrones. This week's episode was named Sons of the Harpy after the brutal death of many of Daenerys' army by the secret society of those who oppose her rule. She just lost her #1 advisor and is going to look weak if she can't control the city she liberates. I would like to give a shout out to a woman who has never looked weak, Melisandre. She definitely has a confidence and powerful aura about her that make her a commanding presence. She set the seed in Jon's head about taking back Winterfell and even used Ygritte's words, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." If that doesn't make him think twice, then I don't know what will. Someone who might be getting a second chance is my honorable mention this week, Jorah Mormont. He is bringing Tyrion to Daenerys and Meereen, but what he doesn't know is that her #1 advisor, Ser Loras, was just murdered by the Sons of the Harpy. So this is the perfect opportunity for him to get back on her good side. And right now it looks like she needs all the help she can get. Number 5 on the list this week is Ellaria Sand. And she is getting the help she needs from her daughters, or Sand Snakes, to avenge Oberyn. She just found out that Jaime's in Dorne to take Marcella back to King's Landing. She has the knowledge of foresight and the backing of her children to seek her revenge. She's taken the law into her own hands since she can't get the support from Durin Martell, and seems she will stop at nothing to avenge her lost love. Her motivation and insight make her powerful. Speaking of having insight and being motivated, Sansa Stark is number 4. She has learned, as he said himself, from the best, Peter Baelish, how to manipulate and play the long game. He's given her the confidence and the plan to set in motion her becoming Wardeness of the North. She's been running her whole life and finally has the opportunity to exact vengeance for her family. She's back in her home of Winterfell, and as we've heard, the North remembers. If they really do remember, number 3, Jon Snow, would be restoring his family's honor by going back and reclaiming his home in Winterfell, and it sounds like it might be easier than he thinks. Stannis has offered to make him the Stark he's always wanted to be, but he's struggling with avenging his family and reclaiming the North and his loyalty to the Night's Watch. Jon's definitely gained the respect and honor he needs to be one of the most powerful men in Westeros. Someone whose power has been steadily on the rise is number 2, Stannis Baratheon. He and his army are getting ready to leave Castle Black and begin the long road to the Iron Throne. Stannis has the power of numbers, sheer will, and the financial backing he needs to take it back. As hardened as we've seen him become, we got to see a softer side in this episode with a moving scene where he gives his daughter Shireen the answer to if he's ashamed of her or not. It was the first time he'd actually seemed human in a long time. Number 1 this week also has an interesting relationship with her children, Cersei Lannister. She's back on top. She got rid of Lord Mace Tyrell, put Ser Loras in a cell, and gave an army to the High Septon, all just to try and piss off Margaery. Her contempt knows no bounds, and it's clear she will do whatever it takes to take back control of her son Tommen. Cersei is still the Queen Mother and the temporary hand of the king, and she is going to milk that power for as long as she can. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check back next week to see who's got the power. For more Behind the Throne Power Rankings, subscribe to thestream.tv.